series here on my channel where I do high-end versus drugstore of like foundations, concealers, palettes, blushes, bronzers, etc. and give you guys just a rundown of if I think it's worth the money or if I think you should save your bucks and get something from the drugstore that's just as good. And so today I'm going to be doing concealers, and as you can see I have a lot of concealers to go through, so we're just going to hop right into this video. I hope you guys like it. Stay tuned. Bye! Alright, so I'm first going to start off with concealer palettes, because usually people go for concealer palettes if they're a makeup artist and they need it in their kit, or if you self-tan and you just need a range of colors and you don't feel like buying individuals of everything. And it's actually really convenient and handy. And I know something new that just came out is the NYX concealer palette. This is light. I also have medium. And they're okay concealers. I honestly don't think that they're worth the, I think it's like 12 or 13 bucks. And they were so hard to track down. I mean, they're good. They're not super creamy and they're really thick, so I would not put it under my eye. Maybe just to cover blemishes, but the only thing I find useful in this is, you know, the skin tone shades. I just use that to carve out my eyebrow, so I would honestly just say save your money, or if you can afford the MAC one, the MAC one's way creamier and it's just better to cover blemishes without it caking up. To the regular like wand concealers and stick concealers, I'm just gonna start off with my Maybelline Fit Me concealers, and I have almost all the colors. I have 6 colors because I use some for contouring and some for highlighting and then like blemish concealing, and they are the most amazing concealers. I'll just show you this one. It has a little doe foot applicator. It's so smooth and pigmented and creamy. It's pretty liquidy, but it doesn't cake up, and there's it right there. And it's really smooth and it does not settle in my fine lines if I put it underneath my eyes, which is fantastic because I have a very hard time finding concealers that don't crease under my eyes. So the Maybelline Fit Me concealer is definitely worth the money. I have a NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and it's a lot more yellow based than the Maybelline one. It's right here, and I like it. It's fantastic and it makes me feel kind of luxe and pampered, but in all honesty I would just get the Maybelline ones over the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Just recently hauled these. These are the Naked Skin Concealers by Urban Decay, and they are weightless complete coverage concealers, light diffusing, paraben free, peptide infused. These are fantastic. I love them. These 2 shades are so light that I can only use them for highlighting under my eyes, but they do not crease. They are flawless, beautiful. You have to set them with a powder so they don't crease, but other than that, they're amazing. I really think that they are worth the money if you have it. Our concealer that I really like is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. It has a little ball on top, but I usually take it off and just get the product because I think that that's so unhygienic, but these concealers are fantastic. I use Neutralizer and I have also used the light shade for highlighting, but these are fantastic from the drugstore. They're very high coverage, they cover my dark circles, and they don't crease very bad, so wonderful concealers. I definitely think they're worth a shot. NYX Incredible Waterproof Concealers. It's just a stick cream concealer. I don't know, they just have so much slip to them, and they don't seem to stay on your skin long enough for you to do anything with it. They're very good, waterproof or not. They're not very good, and I never reach for them. I never use them because they just failed me. Wand concealer is this NYX HD concealer, and it just has a little doe foot applicator again. This is a super light shade, and I use this for highlighting, but it's a very, very thin consistency, so if you're looking for a high coverage concealer for whatever you need it for, this is definitely not it, but it is a beautiful concealer for highlighting under your eyes. It does crease a bit, so just make sure you set it really well, and I think it's a really great concealer for the price. It blends nicely and it has a good color range, so definitely worth it. This one, it was such a watery consistency that I almost removed my foundation when I would put it on. I didn't really like it. The product, it went so quick and it was so pink based, and I mean, look how watery this is. I mean, it's just liquid and it doesn't cover well, and it's so pink based that it looked really unnatural, and I just did not like it. And I think this thing was like 11 bucks, so not worth it, and just, ugh. Also, the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer. I like the one in Ivory. I used it for highlighting. I do have to put another concealer with it if I'm looking to cover anything up, but it's a beautiful yellow based concealer and it's really nice. It does crease, so I don't get it super close to my under eye, but I do like it for just highlighting here, the center of my forehead. And then I also got the Radiant one, which is way too pink. I mean, I like a good salmony color or whatever, but this one is just, I mean, it's bright pink, which may be good for people with really dark circles. I don't have that problem, but if you do, you might want to try it. I mean, the formula, the formula on this is great, but just the color is a little off for me. Of those is the MAC Prep and Prime. I had it in Radiant Rose, but now I have it in Light Boost and I like it so much more. It's just a very yellow highlighting pen and I love it. It's very creamy and pigmented and it does the job wonderfully. This does not crease on me like the others and I love it so much. Concealers I've gotten a lot of hype here on YouTube and on Instagram are these LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealers. Let me just say that these things are good if you can find a shade you like. High coverage, they blend out nicely. They dry quickly, so maybe do one side at a time. But the packaging sucks. It's so hard to squeeze these things out that I find myself struggling, and then you push too hard and get product everywhere. But I mean, for like a $3 concealer, it's not bad. And then Classic Ivory, it's lighter, but yet again, it's not as bright as I would like it to be. So I just put this one with maybe like my NYX concealer with it and then it works fine. But they're very blendable, they're very high coverage, and I think that these are fantastic for the price, and I really think that it's worth trying out. And you can find a shade. I mean, they have like 20 something shades, so you can definitely find them if you can find them, and I think they're worth it. I have my MAC Pro Longwear concealers. Love these concealers because they have a pump. It's fantastic. They last forever. And I have the shades NW15, NC15, NC20, and NC25 somewhere around here. But these are my favorite concealers from the high-end section. They're wonderful. They're high coverage. They're blendable. They do not crease on me as long as I set them. And they last forever. Beautiful color range. I mean, I can usually find a color for any of my clients or for myself, and for, I think they're like $18, which is not that bad when you think about it. I mean, I bought concealers from, you know, Sephora and stuff that are like $30 and they suck. So for 18 bucks, not bad, and they're wonderful. And $18, I think I found a dupe for them, which is the Maybelline Master Conceal. And I have the shade 10 Fair and 20 Light, and these are so similar in consistency and coverage and blendability. They do crease a little bit more than the other, but for like half the price, I can deal with some creasing. I mean, you can fix that by setting it, and they are fantastic. I thought I would hate these, but I like them a lot. I have yet 4 concealers. Would definitely have to be the MAC Pro Longwear, the Maybelline Fit Me, the Urban Decay Naked Skin, and the LA Girl Pro Conceal. These concealers have not let me down at all, and they all have a really great color range. So if you're very, very porcelain to really deep skin, I definitely think you're gonna find something that works for you. And I mean, you go from like $3 all the way to like 30. So if you can save some money or splurge some money, all these are worth it. And if you like any of these, or if you have any other concealer recommendations, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!